Hello again. It's been a while since I YouTubed. It seems like I say that every time. I've been struggling with what I am to use this channel for. I was very clear that I was to have a YouTube channel, and I've had a couple of people ask me, when am I going to post again, make another video. Anyway, the truth of the matter is, I've been wondering or afraid of what to post. I've been afraid of what people think. Like, nobody wants to hear what I have to say. What the hell would I put on here? And yet, I still get, especially last night and this week, some spiritual message to communicate. So, I'm trying this. Somebody out there, I guess, wants to hear this, so here it is. I've been in what some people call a dark night of the soul. I realized last weekend how much emotional, spiritual work I've been doing to heal through things myself. And I've done a lot of that since November, and especially since January. A lot. And I'm continuing to. I take these classes. I meditate every morning. And when I say that, I try. I do. I have a meditation practice, because that's what it is. Because I'm still obviously having a lot of rambling thoughts when I meditate. It's not like it's people picture that, I think. Read a lot of spiritual, scriptural words, healings. And what I've been struggling with, and what I've been kind of timid about sharing, is that it's coming out. A lot of this healing of this trauma in my life is coming out through my body. My daughter, Anna, helped me realize that. She said, I think what you're struggling with physically is your body is just healing and processing the trauma that you're going through mentally, emotionally, spiritually. So I'm the kind of person, I've been the kind of person, I'm recovering from these sorts of activities, but where I judge myself a lot. Like, I just started this yoga class, right? And to me, it's going well. People are coming. It seems to be enjoyable and helpful to people. And yet I hurt myself physically in my hip area, in my adductor muscle area. And the judgment immediately comes in my head, in my psyche, that, somehow wasn't strong enough or healthy enough, or what did I do, what did you do? And what I did, I really do believe this, is I courageously and bravely am looking into healing my heart and my psyche and things from my past. And it will. I'm just learning this, so I'm sharing it with you. When you really do this, because it takes, I'm not puffing myself up, okay? But it takes courage to look at your own demons, so to speak. I had a friend, not really, we've lost connection, but years and years ago, she said, oh, my own demons, looking at myself, that's the scariest thing ever. And that stuck with me, because I guess it is in some ways. But yeah, the good part is it's just confirmation to me that I am healing, because it's trying to come out of me. So certain pains and struggles that I'm dealing with is coming out of me. And I have a dear friend that I believe is just a soul that's going to be connected to me from forever. And I went to Hey Kay Massage. I went to Kay's Massage. And she's helping me process this trauma, these tangible manifestations of my healing that's in my body. She's helping me process them out. So that's part of my journey that I didn't know I would have and that I'm sharing right now. So I started watching something last night too, that said this person believed that pretty much all of our physical ailments could be tied back to emotional ailments, spiritual traumas, emotional traumas in our psyche that have manifested themselves. Because even heart disease, even things that everybody just thinks of as, oh yeah, that's just the way it is now, you know, everybody, they get high blood pressure and heart disease, all that stuff. What if that's really the physical manifestation of your heartache or things from your past that you think you've worked through, but you're still holding on to? It's kind of an interesting concept there. Just something you might want to think about. I'm learning a lot about it now. And I don't want my body to pay the price anymore. I mean, I'm really working on releasing this. So, anyway, I've reconnected with a couple of friends from years ago that were close to me, and we're spending more time together now. And I just feel like I'm coming to the soul of who I am. I'm also reading this book. It's not for everybody, but it's truth. I guess it's backwards now. It's called The Untethered Soul, The Journey Beyond Yourself. If anybody's seriously willing to go to those depths within yourself, I highly recommend it. Just learning how we create our own reality of the world, how we see, like, you know, our glasses that we're looking through, we create those a lot, all the time, really, all the time through our experiences. And a lot of our painful experiences, our most painful experiences, that's the lenses that we're looking through. And a lot of times we cling to things in our psyches, like whatever that most painful thing is, or things that you have endured, that I have endured, that we cling to that, by God, that's not going to happen again. And in our subconscious, we focus on that. And by focusing on it, we actually bring that kind of turmoil to ourselves again, or similar other kinds of turmoil. But it's through clinging. Clinging instead of releasing. I don't know about y'all, but I was raised to pull your damn bootstraps up, grit your teeth, fucking walk into that war, warrior. That's what I grew up like. And while there's a part of the courage in that, the courage and the willing to do the work that I still highly value, how we do that work, and the clinging to things versus the releasing of. It really makes you a stronger warrior when you can release, let go of those painful events in our psyches. But first we have to recognize them. And I've spent a lot of my years not recognizing them. Just push them to the back, keep going. And at 56, I had a birthday this week. I look back and, you know, some things would have been a lot better if I'd been able to release things earlier. I would have been way easier to live with. I would have been a way more patient mom. But hey, we are where we are, and we have to release that too. We have to release any regret on, oh, I wish I'd known this earlier. Hey, we know what we know when we know it, and that's all we can do. And the people in our lives that may have experienced hurt from us, now they have to learn to release as well. So we're all just kind of walking our individual journeys, but a collective journey together. So anyway, so yeah, I guess that's what I'm supposed to share right now, is just maybe sit quietly and recognize, if you don't already. I figure if you're watching, this is what, 12 minutes into this video, if anybody's watching this and you already know you have emotional pain or trauma, or, you know, otherwise you wouldn't still be here. So sit with it. Ask your higher power to help you release it. I remember a story that a priest told one time. I don't remember where the event took place. It was like in the jungle somewhere, and this village was having a really hard time with these certain monkeys. They were just wreaking havoc on the village. It reminds me of sometimes here in the South here, how wild hogs can wreak havoc on people's property. They just, you know, tear up the land. Whatever these monkeys were doing was just wreaking havoc, real annoyance. And so they had tried to catch them, and they couldn't catch them. And someone came up with this brilliant idea of, they had these gourds that were growing in the trees, and they had little holes in them that were small enough for the monkeys, if they really contorted their hands the right way, they could get their hands in the hole. And so what the people did is they put something like a nut, some kind of peanut or whatever kind of nut they had that the monkeys wanted. They would put one in the hole. And so then the monkeys would contort their hands, reach in there, grab it, and once they had it in their hand, they couldn't pull it out of the gourd. And they would not let go. And that's how they caught all the monkeys. And isn't that what we do? When there's something that is either such a deep hurt enough in our psyche that we haven't let it go, it hasn't healed within us. Now it changes us. The wounds change us, just like Christ has the scars. You pick any kind of, I mean, that's the person that I know. Christ has scars, but any major teacher of any kind of healing, when we're healed, though, we don't still live in the muck of that. We live through the healing of that. So those monkeys not letting go imprison themselves, and that's what I've experienced, of holding on to hurt, of holding on to not knowing how to process through my feelings, it made me my own prisoner and my own psyche. And all those monkeys had to do to be free is let go of what they thought they needed, of what they were afraid to let go of. And there's some stuff this week that I've really been afraid to let go of. And I did. I verbally did. I spiritually did. I even ceremoniously did. I burned some of it, wrote it down, burned it in a fire, let it release. So, maybe some of you want to know more about that. You're welcome to contact me, or someone that you trust that knows about this kind of stuff. So, release. And if you're having trouble with your body, good sign you need to release for sure. Until I'm a little more open to what I need to post again, I'll be back here. Kind of feel like it should be more often than I'm doing, so I'll try to be a better listener to spirit. Who knows, I may be back today. Peace out.